Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sandra, the Stamping Bee. Every Monday, you'll find me here sharing projects I'm working on in hopes that they will inspire you to do something creative this week as well. Hope you had a great weekend and the week has started off well for you. Anyway, so today's episode, I wanted to share with you about designer series paper. For those of you who know me, you know that my cards usually have used the designer series paper as the centerpiece, takes center stage, right? Like, for example, this particular card that I made this weekend. I love using designer series paper. It just makes card making so quick and easy, and you'll get a professionally looking card without much effort. So anyway, so inevitably, as you're working with designer series papers, you are going to have scraps like these, right? Of course, we're not going to throw these away, right? So what do you do with them? So for today's episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a few of those go-to templates that I use to use up my scraps. All right, so let's get working. So for example, if you were at my open house, you would have worked on one of these cards. This is the simplest way to use up scraps, little short strips of designer series paper, and it's just Stampin' Up's designer series paper, as you will see here. This is from this set here, the Countryside Inn, that each pack contains patterns that coordinate with each other, and it gives you multiple possibilities. You can't go wrong with them, right? And so that's that. And I wanted to show you that right now, this is my go-to pack that I've been working on. It is one of those huge packs. Look at all the designs here. What's great about using a pack like this, there are more colors. See? All the different colors and more patterns to play with. Look at the different patterns here. And allows you to have more options with your cards. So this was the card that, let me put this away here. So this was the card that we made at last Saturday's class. And it really highlights the use of even a simple 1x1 little scrap of paper. You can use it to its fullest glory, right? So these are all 1x1 little squares, and let me show you what I did with them. So what you do is you mount them on a mat like this, and what unifies them together is the use of an embossing folder. So this one I use the splatter. It looks like condensation from a cold popsicle. That's how I thought. Anyway, and this one, so you emboss it, and after you emboss it, you would go ahead and mount it on another one, okay? See, these are great colors that normally I would not probably put them together, but the Stampin' Up concept artists dreamt this up, and it looks really great, okay? So quick and easy. And what happens is then, you know, you can make up a couple of these and put it on the side. And when you need a quick card, all you need to do is just not type, who types anyway these days, is stamp your greeting and mount this up. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And just to show you how quick and easy these papers allow you to create such cute cards. Okay, and in these day and age, when the postage rates keep going up, in case you haven't heard, the first class stamp rate just went up again, is I'm finding myself needing to keep my cards a little bit more flatter and not have too many bulges. So this is a great way to give the card interest without much bulk. Okay, so there you have it. A really simple card, easy to make ahead of time. That's the key. Make this ahead of time so that when you need something, you can bring it out right away. So what you might want to do is just maybe add some gems. Let's see. And call it done. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, put some there. There. So just to add a few interest, and you've got that. So with a card like this, there's also different variations as well. So this is one variation where basically I pushed up the blocks and left a little area here to tie a ribbon. Okay. And this also shows you that instead of alternating the pattern, you can basically use the pattern like this. Okay. And also, instead of using a cardstock as one of the mats, you can use the Designer Series paper as a background as well. And here's another one. Okay, so again, this one, instead of pushing it up to the top and putting the greeting on the bottom, I went ahead and put the greeting in the middle here. Okay, so how simple is that, right? And I'm sure you have lots of pieces that you can put together to make them into a card like this. Okay, so let's put away this. Another go-to for me is a card like this. So you have a long strip, a semi-large piece here, and a smaller piece like that. So 3 different sizes put together. And as you know, they all coordinate together, right? All the hard work is done. Yeah, the patterns, the colors, the patterns play together, and because they've all been, designed professionally, right? So the hard part is done, okay? So on the same token, what you can do is here's another card using a similar template like this. So we've got one long strip, one semi-large piece here, and then the middle here is, instead of using a Designer Series paper, I went ahead and cut out the flowers and mounted onto that. Okay, and this is an embossed greeting. So simple and easy to replicate. In fact, it's one of those things, once you have a scrap, you make it up and just add the sentiments later. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so far so good. Now you know why I love working with Designer Series papers, right? It just makes it so easy to make great looking cards. So another one is the versatility of these. So here's another sample, is where you're cutting 3 pieces of long strips like that to cover up your card. Okay, and because of the coordination amongst the pieces, you can easily turn it around and make it like that, and it would look great, right? Because all the colors are professionally coordinated. How simple is that? So here's a card that I made. Okay, using just 3 strips of paper, right? And anchoring it with a greeting, right? So these are all quick and easy cards that you can make ahead of time. And what if you want something a little bit more special, if you want? I'm going to show you this card. This is a bookmark card. Okay, very simple to make, and also using scrap as well. So let me show you how I made this. So you will need a piece of cardstock that's 5.5, right? And 10, okay? It really depends on how big of the bookmark you want, okay? So this flap here is really adjustable according to what you want to make, all right? So let me go ahead and grab my trimmer. So what you want to do is score at 4.25. Okay. Okay. And what you're going to do is, okay, so I want to, and for this purpose, let me cut it out at 10. Okay. Okay. And so what's going to happen is, let me put this away, is I'm going to make that perforation for this little flap here. Again, so this is my card size, right? And this is my bookmark. So if you wanted a wider bookmark, then you just cut it a little bit longer, okay? So how you're going to do that is, in case you are not aware, Stampin' Up! Now has a perforating blade to put on your tool here. See? How cool is that? And it's perfect for this bookmark card. I mean, this bookmark card is not something new. It's definitely not. It's like a oldie but goodie that long time ago, I think we've all made this, if you've been around a long time. It's just that right now, with this perforating blade, it makes it all the more good reason to make this. So, of course, you want to make sure you have, what do you call it, a mat so that you won't cut into your table. But if you don't, that's okay too. You can just basically just grab any magazine, right? Let me just grab one of these magazines and cut. You do need a metal ruler for sure, okay? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my ruler where I want it to go. Let's see, there we go. Okay. And open up. And so this one, there's the close it, open it, close it, open it, all right? So then we're gonna just roll right against it, okay? And you see the perforation? Voila, and that is done. And so what you're gonna do is decorate it, you're gonna fold it over, and there you have it. So for those of you who are curious, I thought I had a piece of paper here. There we go. Let me grab this. And I'll show you how it cuts. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So you can make your own little coupons too. And it just, there you go. Isn't that cool? Very cool. So for this particular card, I wanted to also show you how I made this, right? This thing here. Let me grab my emboss and cut machine here. And I'm using the tailor-made tags. Okay. Now, when you're doing the mini, make sure you stagger your plates. Okay. So how I'm going to do this is I only want the top, right? So this is how I'm going to do it. See? There. That's all you need. And then I'm going to place it on here. Let me just make sure it doesn't move. Okay. And again, stagger your plates. Let me see, is that right? I think I need to make it a little bit, it's not quite centered. Oops. Let me center it a bit better. There. Okay. It's kind of tricky when you're having this camera. Okay, I just want to make sure. There, I think this is good. Okay. And off it goes. And that's all. I just needed the top to be cut, and that's all I need to go. All right. So, gingerly take this off. So you've got a little edge, which will fit right here for this bookmark. And then all I'm going to do is just use a hole puncher and punch the hole for that. Okay, and that's how you make this really super cute bookmark card, right? There you have it. I hope you like this. This is just something simple, and I hope you liked the ideas from today's episode where I shared with you how to use up some of the scraps that you may have laying around. So let's just go through these cards again. And in case you haven't noticed, all of these cards that I made today all came from one pack of Designer Series paper. They all came from this pack, the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper. Okay? Look at all the options you can get from that. So anyway, so I hope you get a chance and bring out your stash of scraps and see if you can't make one of these cards as well, because I'm pretty sure you're going to have the right size for some of these cards. Okay, so before I let you go, I also wanted to remind you that I will have another class coming up on the 23rd, which is a Sunday. It's a kit together, which means that you can bring your paper pumpkin or any of the kits that you've purchased and we'll work on it together. It's kind of like give you an excuse to set aside some time and a place to work on your kits. So for this kit together, the focus is on this kit. So I will have this kit available, but you can obviously work with any kit that I have available. And with this, with the featured kit, there will also be a bonus card that you can make. Okay? Of course, I'll have other options that you can look at as to what you can do alternatively with this kit. But anyway, so this is a really popular kit and very appropriate for us people who live on Guam, right? The beach theme. So there. So this is the bonus card that you will get to make when you come to the kit together on the 23rd, which is a Sunday. It starts at 3. Okay? I think I have maybe 3 spots available. So message me ASAP if you want to reserve a spot for you or you and a friend. All right? Again, thank you so much for joining me today, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I appreciate your support. And if you feel like you've enjoyed this and you might have a friend who might enjoy this, please be sure to share this with your friends. Sharing is caring, right? Anyway, okay. And also don't forget, it's also bonus days. So with every $50 purchase, you get a $5 coupon that you can use in August. So a great time to stock up on your Designer Series paper, right? Designer Series paper, some cardstock. Before you know it, you would be getting that $5 coupon or even more. Okay, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.